English speaking practice continues. New vocabulary, new words, new advanced phrases. Explore into English language. The first is, it's not a phrase, it's a short sentence with a powerful meaning. Fortune favors the brave. Fortune means luck. Brave means courageous, bold, very daring, adventurous. So fortune favors the brave means you will get luck only if you are willing to take up the risk. Successful people are always willing to take the risk. If you want success, then you need to take the risk. You need to step out of comfort zones. Yeah, I remember Christopher Columbus. He took the risk of sailing into unknown territories. That bravery of Christopher led to the discovery of America, which changed the history, the course of history. So you can say, for example, you should take risk in your life because fortune favors the brave. Second phrase is, do your damnedest. Damnedest is the superlative form of damned. And the word damnedest alone means surprising or odd. So do your damnedest is a phrase which means giving your 100%, putting in your best efforts, making the best of your ability, trying hard to do something. For example, I did my damnedest to submit the project on time. The next phrase is the big smoke. Now, this phrase is nothing related to smoke or gas or fire or air. The big smoke is a British informal term which means a big city, a large city like Toronto or Washington DC or London, etc. Now, the origin of this phrase happened during Industrial Revolution in London. During Industrial Revolution, London experienced heavy air pollution due to the burning of coal. That's how this phrase originated, the big smoke. Okay. For example, you can say, hey, I want to visit the big smoke London. I want to visit the big smoke Toronto. I want to visit the big smoke Washington DC. Okay. So the next phrase is heavy lifting. Heavy lifting means the most difficult part of your job or of your work. The most demanding part of your work. The burdensome part of your work. Okay. The part of your job or activity or task wherein you have to put a lot of efforts. For example, you can say, hey, you do the typing part and I'll do the heavy lifting editing part, which means that involves a lot of work. Next is as rare as rocking horse manure. Now, the word horse manure is sometimes used as a substitute for nonsense. If you want to say nonsense, you can use horse manure in its place. So the phrase as rare as rocking horse manure means something is impossible to find, very rare, non-existent, very unlikely to happen. For example, an honest person these days is as rare as rocking horse manure. Next phrase is like a pork chop in the synagogue. What is a synagogue? It's a Jewish prayer building. It's a Jewish housing board. Okay? So in Jewish law, eating of the pork is prohibited or forbidden. So it's very rare. Like a pork chop in the synagogue means very rare, impossible to find, unlikely to happen. Just the same meaning like the previous phrase, as rare as rocking horse manure. Both have the same meaning. For example, an honest person to find an honest person these days is like a pork chop in the synagogue. Next phrase is pay through your nose. Now, this phrase means very high price, excessive money. You have to pay reasonably high price for something, more than a fair price. Now, the origin I know of this phrase is in the 9th century, the Danes conquered Ireland, and the Danes, they imposed heavy taxes on Irish people. And the punishment for the non-payment of the taxes used to be slitting of the nose, which was very grave and very savage. Cutting off the nose, slitting of the nose. So paying through the nose means very high price. For example, you can say, to construct my villa, I had to pay through the nose. Next phrase is pipe your eyes. It means to cry, to weep. For instance, I piped my eyes to see her son's death. That's it all for today.